We interrupt our regular afternoon newscast now to bring you live coverage of President Yoon Suk-yeol's opening remarks at the 21st policy briefing open to the public taking place here in capital Seoul, where he's poised to seek a new miracle on the Han River with plans to ensure affordable and quality residential life throughout the capital city, as well as public spaces for art and culture.
먼저 국민 의례를
We will
하겠습니다.
first pledge
모두 정면
allegiance.
왼편에 있는
Please
국기를 향해
face the
주시기
flag
바랍니다.
in front of you on your left.
국기에 대하여
Salute
경례.
to the flag.
바로
At ease,
모두 자리에 앉아 주시기
please
바랍니다.
be seated.
네, 지금부터
We
국민과
will now
함께하는
begin
민생토론회를
our
시작하겠습니다.
People's Livelihood Debate and Discussion Session. Despite your busy schedules, we welcome you to Yeongdeung-po. We will now begin the discussion, and the President will deliver his opening remarks. Hello, everyone. It's very nice to see you. I've been going around the country to meet with the people and discuss the policies for that region. And we have been resolving the issues swiftly. Different ministries, even though they work their best, if they look into the livelihood issues in silos, it takes a long time. And therefore, the time to resolve such an issue would take long, and that is why it is hard for the people to feel the actual changes, and that is why we have decided to hold such discussion sessions myself as a president with the people, and taking this opportunity, we are able to listen to different opinions of many different people, and with that discussion, we hold meetings with different ministries and have follow-up meetings to resolve such issues. And through this, we have changed the way of civil servants who are working, and our presidential office staff, we are even working on the weekends. And I think it is an efficient way to, and it's really worthy to do this because we can really resolve the issues. We are joined by the mayor of Seoul Metropolitan City, and we have the Minister of Culture and Sports and Tourism, and we're all here, and we're all ears actually to listen to your opinions, valued opinions. This is the 21st discussion session, and we are gathered here under the theme of a new miracle on the Han River created through urban innovation. The capital city, Seoul, we are going to look at Seoul from the perspective of the people who are really living here, and we would like to solve the issues that you are facing. The great leap that we have experienced and achieved is frequently dubbed as the miracle on the Han River, and Seoul has played a great leading role in this achievement. And in particular, Yeongdeung-po, where we are at today, and Guro are the key regions that led the miracle on the Han River. Yeongdeung-po In 1899 and 1905, we have laid the railway and transportation network and has played an important pivotal role in terms of transportation and infrastructure, and especially with the 5-year economic development plan of the Republic of Korea, Yeongdeungpo and Guro had been serving as the forward base for the export industry. And in 1977, when we have achieved a great mark of export, these two areas contributed to 110 million Korean won. So as such, it had played a great role. However, it is facing difficulties at the moment. And changes in urban space functions have led to such deterioration of these areas, and it has led to the aging of the original city center. This is not only a concern for Yeongdeungpo, but for Seoul as a whole. At the moment, the residential area of Seoul, about 42% is a residential area that are non-apartment areas, and amongst this, about 87% is an area where it is difficult to renovate. The Economist ranked Seoul was ranking 4th on the great places to live around the world, and it is also ranked on the 60th rank as a good place to live. However, there is an imbalance in terms of the quality of living, and therefore we have to resolve this issue, the imbalance issue, so that everywhere in Seoul is a good place to live. In particular, innovating the original downtown areas as Yeongdeungpo quickly is very important. So Yeongdeungpo, we're going to talk about how to renovate Yeongdeungpo as swift as possible, and we are going to vigorously take this initiative ahead. The government, the urban regeneration and cutting cost of living, through this, we are going to innovatively change the capital city, Seoul, and will make Seoul a great place to live around the world, to live up to its expectations. And we are going to innovatively change Seoul, and in particular, the urban regeneration project will be changed fundamentally, and so that by reorganizing the residential areas, these people living in non-apartment areas, their quality of living would go up as well. The urban regeneration projects that were taking place until now, like making murals, were these really the items that are making these places a livable place for the people? We are now going to take steps that are actually helping the residents. The New Village Project, abbreviated as Newville Project, will largely renovate Seoul's original downtown. This project will be, the eligible areas would be areas where there are about 50 to 100 households, non-apartment households. And the government will provide low interest loans for them to be used as maintenance funds, and we are going to support the financial cost of installing community areas such as parking lots and CCTVs and sports facilities. Until now, you had to have a certain quantity to be eligible for this project. However, from now on, even though you are a small number of households, you will be able to have this benefit. So a pilot project contest will be held in the second half of this year, and the project will begin earnest next year.
그리고 기존
and
예산을
also
효율적으로 재편해서
by efficiently reorganizing the existing budget, we will not have additional financial burden, but still be able to invest 10 trillion won over the next 10 years. And in order to revitalize the livelihood, the housing cost should be reduced. First and foremost, the government will correct for sure the wrong punitive taxation practices, and this will continue. The previous government had failed in their real estate policies, and for them to amend this, they wanted to, they had exercised the real estate declared price realization project, which had immense side effects and had even more burden on the public. For a total of 63% raise in this real estate declared price happened, and as a result, people had to bear more burden and paying twice as much in real estate taxes. So
임대인에게 월세를 내는데 자기 집을 가지고 있는 사람은 그 월세에 해당하는 만큼 국가에
the landlords had to pay their taxes to the government, to the state, and the tenants had to pay the landlords. And also this declared price, real estate price, is related to 67 different kinds of taxes. So the property tax, if the real estate's declared price increases by 90%, this means that you have to pay 61% more of property tax. So
대학생 자녀는 국가 장학금 대상에서 탈락될 위험에 처하게 됩니다.
If you own a real estate worth of 400 million, then you are not eligible to the scholarship of the national scholarship, because the real estate value, declared value, goes up in a wrong way. So such wrong policies are not only playing a role as a burden on the public, but also there is actually harm, doing harm to the people. And ever since my government took the office, we have restored this to 2021 level. However, this is legislated, so that is why there is a limit for us to revamp it totally. So this declared price or listing price of real estate will be completely abolished.
법을 개정할 수 있으면 좋겠지만
It'll be great if we can revise the law, but even before the revision of a law, we are going to exercise different policy methods so that it has an actual effect as abolishment, distorting the market and burdening the people of such wrong policies will be corrected.
영등포구의 한 30평대 아파트는 2021년에 재산세와 종부세를 합한 보유세가 559만 원이었습니다.
In Yeongdeungpo, if you have a 30-pyong apartment in 2021, the total holding tax was about 5.5 million. However, this came down to 3.2 million Korean won. And the
커지고 있습니다.
tenants who are living in their
침체로 민간 역할이 부진한
houses or apartments, their tax burdens are also increasing. And therefore, the public sector will do our utmost to solve this issue. The public will purchase 100,000 newly built small and medium-sized houses over the next 2 years and supply them at low rents to the vulnerable. So the 100,000 apartment units is a little bit more than the total area of Bundang.
무주택 중산층에게 임대하고
And this will be
75,000원은 저소득층의 주변 시세보다 50에서 70%까지 저렴한
75,000 households will be provided at around 70% of the market price. And also, we are going to ease the burden of housing costs on the youth and working class. And we are also going to exercise the corporate long-term rental housing and expand funding and tax support to help the private sector play a better role. And also, the government will expand the scope and duration of the youth monthly rent support project and expand the number of people who are eligible for it and the housing benefits. And also, the housing benefits will be provided to more of the people. At the moment, when I took office, about 1.3 million households were eligible, but now this number had come up to 1.45 million households. And this will be expanded to 1.5 million households to 4.3 trillion won. Together with such housing policies, we are also going to take stock on the cultural infrastructure. So compared to other regions, the cultural infrastructure is better. However, this is not matching the scale of population and the status of the city. In particular, the cultural and arts facilities, there is a gap, and therefore we need to continuously check and review such infrastructure. To this end, the Mulle Arts Center project and also the second Sejong Cultural Arts Center project would be supported in its policies so that it could go as planned and even more swiftly. Moreover, areas where you can make culture and arts, we are going to add up these facilities. If there are deteriorating facilities, they will be revamped, and the areas where those facilities are located will be bundled up into a cultural hub. And also, by establishing the Dangilli Cultural Creation Power Plant in Mapo and Hongdae areas, this will be made into a youth complex arts center. And also, Seoul Station, Myeongdong, and Namsan area will be made into Seoul Station complex cultural space, embracing the old facilities, and also Namsan Performing Arts Creation Center will be established. Where we are today, the Mulle Arts Center, it used to be a steel processing iron smith complex. And I remember that I heard the grinding sound of iron when I was in my childhood around this area. But now it has been reborn into a cultural facility. And as such, the policies of the government could make these areas into a cultural hub. And for Seoul to be a very attractive city, we are going to do our utmost in our support. Back in the days, the miracle on the Han River was a symbol of the achievement of economic development of the Republic of Korea. And this second innovation on the Han River, urban innovation, will make Seoul a global leading city that would be going beyond the leading cities like New York and Paris. Together with the mayor, 오세훈, we will make Seoul as the city of innovation and the best city in the world. For the future of Seoul, I would like to thank everyone who are here today, the citizens and the artists. I look forward to your good and innovative ideas, and I ask for your support on the government policies. Thank you.
네, 대통령님 말씀 감사드립니다.
Right, that was President Yoon Suk-yeol's opening address for the 21st policy briefing open to members of the public taking place here in capital Seoul as we speak, where he's called for efforts to ensure quality life throughout the capital city. Now, we'll have more on his remarks in our evening newscast.